Guys, welcome. Welcome. Still trying to get used to this new setup. Maybe this might be the last video. Because you gotta think about, like, okay, where do I want the mic, and then where do I want to look, and then do I want my head to hurt if I turn it that way, if I turn it that way, and where should, in any event, don't worry about it. We're gonna play around with some fun stuff today. We may be getting a look into the future of sampling. And if you watched the previous SDHO, we started off with Emit. Emit is a Max for Live device. It has recently been added to instruments, you know, along with your staples here, the analog, the drum rack, the operator, and there's a few others. And I want to play with those few others because they're very similar. They're kind of like future samplers. And if you don't know what I mean, well, then that's exactly why you're watching this, because that's what I want to talk to you about. And when you take a look at these, look at how simpler sampler operator. It's like all smooth, you know, but you got these like tuk, 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 tuk. That means Max for Live. And I think because these devices are so incredible and they need to be added in, rather than just keep them over here in Max for Live, which is where they were initially, I don't know when they added them to instruments, but like I knew about them and I was using them, and then literally months and months and months later, it's as if I like just opened up instruments and they were all there, you know, and they were kind of there when I used them. They like got added there. So I don't know if that was like some sort of like Ableton Live 11 update or not, but if you're not seeing them and you have Ableton Live Suite, then go into the Max for Live. And they will be there. And if they're not there, go to the Ableton website, sign on to your account, and just type in Treetone, and it'll pop up and it'll tell you if you have access to it or not. And if you don't, you can always download it. Treetone is cool, totally gonna cover it. Emit is cool, totally gonna cover it. And then actually one that's not even considered an instrument that we're totally gonna cover is Bouncy Notes. Oh, sweet, 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 Bouncy Notes. MIDI effects, it's in MIDI effects. It doesn't seem like here's the thing. I guess, okay, well, I guess we're gonna do Bouncy Notes first. So, I got a MIDI track right here. Drop it on there. It might take a while. Well, not like a while, but you know what I mean. Or maybe a while, anytime now. So, when we take a look at this, a MIDI effect, as opposed to an audio effect, it goes before the instrument. So see how it says drop instrument here? Let's just put something stupidly simple on here, like an operator. So this is the MIDI effect, even though it kind of looks like it's the instrument, not in Bouncy Notes' case. So if we go back to these MIDI effects, well, again, when you see the doop, 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 those were added recently to the regular MIDI notes. I'm gonna right click. No, it's not gonna do it. So like velocity was a regular one, scale, pitch, random, you know what's going on. But what I am happy about, chord, arpeggiata. I feel a bad feeling I'm gonna do a lot of that tonight. Smash like if you like these. Comment, whatever. I haven't been getting back to any comments because I've been a little jaded a little bit. What do I expect? You know what I'm saying? What do I expect? Anyways, I don't even know what I was talking about there. You know what I mean, right? Whatever. We'll get off that. So in adding all of these, I'm glad they added Bouncy Notes, because if you haven't played with Bouncy Notes, I think Bouncy Notes is going to teach you something. It's going to teach you to relax and to have fun, to go with the flow, go with the energy, and it's going to let you know that Ableton doesn't have to be this like, oh, open up Ableton and finish the best song of the world. It's going to be your magnum opus. No, you know what? You can just take a break from all of that and just open up Ableton and just have fun. Just take a break from all of the tediousness and tiresomeness, perhaps, of your everyday life and just enjoy life for a little bit. But what they also added, and we used it last one as well, I believe, is envelope MIDI. Oh, sweet boy, envelope MIDI. So yeah, envelope MIDI right here. I think you saw me using it. So you can like give a certain kind of envelope, map it to like any parameter. You know what I mean? It's just good because you don't have to like go into Max for Live and look. That's why I think maybe that's why they did it. It's kind of daunting. You know, if we go to Max for Live, we got Max for Live audio effects. Oh, it's so daunting. There's so many. Actually, you can. Sometimes you could like scroll for hours. There's so many. I haven't installed everything. Max for Live instruments. These drum synths are very nice. And we actually did have an SDHO where I kind of like went over a lot of really cool Max for Live devices that you might want to use. And again, all of these instruments, all of these Max for Lives, you get them if you have. If you got Ableton Live Suite, which is the full version of Ableton. And I don't want to act like if you got the full version of Ableton, you know, like not acting like I'm some like special person or that you're some overprivileged person that can get that full version of Ableton. The reason why I'm saying it is because you barely have Ableton if you don't have Suite. So it's safe to say if you've been, unless you like watching me talk about Ableton, you like Ableton, you might be buying Ableton. Really, the only way you could follow along with 90% of these is if you have Ableton Live Suite. So I just wanted to mention that just to be thorough. Sometimes I'm thorough at the sake of being too long-winded, too long in the tooth. Is that the ridiculous term that they say? I don't know. So what do we have on operator here? Maybe we should get in it. Should we get in it? In it. Turn off bouncy notes. Let's go over here to operator. What do we have here? Turn these off because nothing's happening. You have to have the level in order for these to be heard. Oscillator A has a beautiful, wonderful sine wave. And right now it says oscillator, right? But if we click envelope, we get a nice envelope view. So it's going to say, as soon as I hit a note, it's going to give me a sine wave. And because the sustain, and by the way, this is the volume envelope. The sustain is all the way up. And because there's no attack, I'm going to just get woo, sine wave, full volume for as long as I hold it. And then when I release, there will be a little release like this, which is represented here with 400 milliseconds. Let's see where we're at. So if you hang out the release, wonderful. To be honest, I'm just going to start here because I do kind of want you guys to know that all these amazing things that you see happen in Ableton, whether on my channel, someone else's channel, they're not really all that complicated, and you can basically play around with sine waves, although we will get a little bit more nuanced later, but like, so many amazing things can happen, and you only have to have, not a whole lot, you can just have some sine waves. So let's go to audio effects. Let's get convolution, no. There's a reason why I said that. That means we need to get it. Okay, Convolution Reverb Pro. This one also takes a while to open up. I think there's like a lot of loading that goes into it. I've got a pretty good computer, so if it's taking a while for me, it's probably taking a while for you as well. I'm going to close down Compressor and EQ8. And I actually... It's too much. We're in the EQ section. Let's bring it down. Best thing to do when you're dialing in reverb, even when you think you know you got it right, is you want to take this dry wet, bring it down to dry, which means you're not going to hear any of the convolution reverb. If you were to turn it all the way up to wet, you would only hear your sound being passed through the reverb and only through the reverb, like the affected sound. So you want to like mix it in. But if all you're doing is like keeping it at a certain amount and tweaking, you're not really going to know. So I would say take it down to 0 and always like bring it up a little bit, you know, and then like bring it back down. Find the sweet spot and do that not only with dry wet, but do it with a lot of the other stuff. By By the way, smash a like, subscribe if you like this. Consider buying an NFT. Support me. You're not just supporting the channel, supporting a teacher, but you are also supporting an artist. And, regardless of your thoughts on NFTs or whatever, in their most wonderful and simplistic way, they are a way that you can basically support people that you care about. The way, whenever you hear bad press about NFTs, that's when someone's like, NFT drop, buy Pudgy Snowmen, you will 5,000x your returns, and then they like buy it, and then like the project rug pulls them. But when it's like, hey, like I'm an artist, like here's my stuff, if you want to support me, you can do that. Anyway, so that's it. And it's on Polygon on OpenSea. I may take it off that. I might go to Magic Eden on Solana. Do you like Solana or do you like Polygon? What is your favorite? Drop it in the comments. And if you like Ethereum more, let me know too. Although Polygon is a layer 2, but we're getting ahead of ourselves right now. Smash a like if you know about that cryptocurrency, decentralization, blockchain technology. Let me know. Hey guys, what is going on? This is where you can support me. OpenSea, it's an NFT marketplace. This is all my art. Does this look familiar to you? These are the thumbnails that I make. And you can own this art. So SDHO 43, you can own it, all of it. And these two, there's 20, I made 25. That's why it's much cheaper than owning one of these. So these are all ways to support me. And if you've never used a crypto wallet before, it would be a good opportunity to learn. Wow, I'm all about learning. We're all about learning. It's all learning. We're all doing it. If you would like to support, you go on there and you can purchase it. How exciting. And then you own this art, and then for the rest of your life you'll say, I own SDHO 43. I supported that wonderful young man who's not I'm an old man. Support an old man. How about that? Now back to this. So anyways, let's go back and let's play some little bouncy notes. Look at that. Ooh. Boy, it sure is bouncing, isn't it? Random direction. Let's give it some random direction so we're not playing the same note every time. And I'm playing on my laptop keyboard. Whoa there, Chonky. Chonky wants to say hello to all of you. Did you just hear that gigantic gorilla snore? Well, that's a little cute pudgy pug. And he'll probably do his snoring where he barks in his sleep. Hey, smash a like if you bark in your sleep. Let's have some fun here. See how they're not staying right on the thing? Because I did random direction. Wow, they're like bouncing in a very dancey way. Now you might say, hey, what if I wanted to make those things bounce a lot longer? Well, look, we got lifetime here. Now, it's separated into beats and notes, so I think we want it in like beats to be longer. Let's see. Now I clicked 2 notes. That's why there's 2 balls. Yeah, it's lasting a long time. I think we have to hit the beats because we could do this. 64 notes. Watch them really quick. Doesn't even pop up. All right. Well, let's move down a little bit. See? Yeah. So notes, beats. Beats are longer than notes. So if you want them to stay a long time, you would put it up on the beats. Hey, smash a like if you like the beats. I love that term beats. First of all, it sounds good, right? And there was actually a time when I ate a lot of beets, like raw beets, because like they grow in the earth, just like carrots, beets and carrots. And if you want to like ground yourself, you can like eat a lot of like rootsy stuff. But anyways, let's move on. It's also fun to be like, I make some beats, you know. But beats is really just drums, which basically means when you're saying that, you're really just saying like, I like to make drums in Ableton, in MIDI. But you know, words, right? Words. So let's keep going on. So I saw something interesting. What about you guys? See this lifetime right here? It says auto. Let's click one button. Let's see what's going on. What's it going to do? Ooh, we got to change it up. Where do we got to change it up? Well, for one, we're going to get it the heck out of auto. Oh, no. What's going on? What did I just do? Oh, no. I'm like actually really nervous now. I'm like, oh my God, it was so great. And then, oh no, figured it out. Voice is 16. That's good, good, good. Let's play something with a couple of voices. Ooh, that ain't good. Because it's on notes. Let's get it to the B's. Let's get it to the beats. Let's do 4 beats and let's do that same thing. I can't remember what I played. Oh, jeez. That was nice. That was very nice. But I didn't really need that. By the way, we're going to go to other ones, but bouncy notes, ooh, so good. By the way, I just want to let you guys know, and I guess I'm about to get very honest and very vulnerable with you right now. I really don't do a whole lot of Ableton anymore. Other hand. I really just do Ableton with and for you guys. Yeah. So thank you. All right, so going back to the bouncy notes, let's take a time out because I'm getting really excited right now. Because I'm like, oh, this is like going to be my new best friend. So let's go back in. So we're in MIDI effects. That's where you find bouncy notes. Chances are it's going to take you a while to find bouncy notes if you haven't used it before, because you're probably going to be thinking it's like an instrument of some sort. You know, go over here to instruments. Tree tone we're totally going to play with. Vector FM, vector grain. I'm not as big of a fan of vector FM and vector grain because I feel like emit is very similar. Totally love emit. And we're definitely going to be using emit again. So we're going to be using emit, tree tone, even though it's in MIDI effects, and we're using it bouncy notes. And who knows, maybe we might use the other really cool Max for Live one that they added to MIDI effects, which is the envelope MIDI. If we have a need for it, we'll use it. I'm so glad it's here. I don't like, because they realized people didn't like digging around through Max for Live. Big ups yourself. Okay, let's get cracking. So, yeah, that's why they added it there. So MIDI effects, that's where you find your bouncy notes. We're going to keep playing with it. Instruments, we're going to mess around with emit, tension. I needed a little break. Hopefully you're okay with that. Oh, not tension. Actually, tree tone. That's what I meant to say. Is that like a Freudian slip? So I'm going to click 2 buttons right now. Now notice, same notes. Look, they're just up and down, up and down. So if you want something to repeat like this, maybe you don't want it to repeat so much, that's when we go to the lifetime parameter over here. I do believe you can put it on auto and it's just going to keep releasing notes, but I don't want to do that right now because something tells me in order to enact it, I have to stop recording up here, and this is my resampling because I like to record just Ableton on its own thing and then just my voice on another program, GarageBand, and then mix them together so I have more leeway when I am putting together the video production. All right, so let's keep going. So we don't want this, just the same ones. Remember, random direction. Keep listening. By the way, I'm going extra slow because I want it to bake into your brain. I want it to bake into your brain and get you baked. I love it. It almost seems like it's planned, but this is randomness. So, why did I say future of sampling? Well, I said the wrong words because that's not actually appropriate because we're not sampling anything. Please scratch that from the records, my friends. I can't be... In any event, when we use some of the other ones, then you'll see it's more like creative sampling. Although I could be wrong. But these are devices that you need to know about because bouncy notes... I mean, unless you're making like ambient music or just music that's more experimental in nature, or you just want to have fun and forget about the weight of the world weighing down on you, open up bouncy notes. It's really fun. So we need to have this random direction. Now, what else might we do here? Okay, speed, gravity, mass, okay, blah, blah, blah. Hey, maybe we have actually come to the end of the road here. I mean, geez. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to turn on B, okay? And actually, I'm going to turn off bouncy notes. And right now, even though I turned on B, if you guys know what's up with operator, by the way, smash a like if you know what's up with operator, okay? And you've watched some operator. So, let's play a note or two, right? Even though B's enacted, it's not going to do anything until we turn up the level. That's why it doesn't matter if these are all on. That's why I turned them all off, because I wanted to illustrate that. We kind of start over here. That's the oscillator section. And then we pass it through the filter or not. In more of a traditional FM synthesis way, we either use the LFO or not. And so we got this here, sine wave. That's fine with me. B, let's turn on B. And it's going to be the same thing because we need to add a level, but we're not going to do that yet. But we're going to do it a little bit. And we're going to get that really good FM tone. Operator is known for its FM. Do you like that FM? Smash like if you like the FM. I'm going to give it a little bit of an attack. Now you're going to hear that sound fade in a little bit. No attack? Let's fade in. No, so we're fading in the effects already. Let's give it a little bit of an attack. More attack. These are milliseconds, by the way. Now we're in a second. Now for a second. Well, we got these little crazy bouncing balls here. So let's turn it on. And let's just like click a few and see what's going on. It's so weird. It's almost like they want to make it sound... It's almost like they want to make it sound cohesive, because that might have sound like very abstract, but like to me it sounded good. Ouch, don't go that high up, please. It's so chaotic. Here's the thing, guys. Let me know if I'm tripping here, but if you just listen to what I listen to, even though it sounded... in my mind, it sounded like those balls were trying to put on a performance for me. Do you think they were trying to put on a performance? Or do you think that sounded like gobbly-gibbly-gook? I think I read an article once. And the article... It was trying to talk about tonality in music. So if something's tonal, it means it's in a certain scale, like the major scale. So if I play the major scale or the minor scale or the Hungarian minor scale, I'm playing tonally. Every note I'm playing it's tonal because it relates to the intervals of the, say, major, minor, Hungaric minor scale, whatever. I'm throwing Hungaric. By the way, if you don't know about the Hungaric minor scale, get on it right now. There's also the Gypsy scale. Crazy. By the way, do you guys know about gypsies? I actually did research because I was very much interested. Hey, smash it like if you were gypsy. No, I've got a lot of energy today, okay? So, get off my back, all right? So, yeah, man, gypsies apparently originated from India, and they were like a certain province of India back like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, I have no idea, and they got kicked out, and so they started migrating west, and some kept on migrating. It's pretty crazy. Crazy. Didn't know if you knew about that. So in any event, I may be moving on here from bouncy notes because, actually, I've got a good idea. Let's go to MIDI effects. Let's go to Apreciacja. Apreciacja. Let's add a scale. Can we add a scale? Will it do it? I don't even know if it'll do it. Let's go to Dorian. Let's put it to D. Do we have, because like all these crazy notes, if this works, it'll all get constrained to D Dorian. And I love Dorian, that's why I just chose it. Smash like if you love Dorian. Sounds like it, right? Doesn't sound as crazy. Can I like get it off of these high ones? How do I get it off of these high ones? Let's change the range. Give it some 33. And how do I get back? Yeah, I think Dorian's doing it. Did you guys know about this? Did you guys know about this? Did you guys know about this? I actually did not know about this. I am so excited now. I'm about to go buy the full version of Ableton Live Suite, and I'm going to use Gemini at checkout to get 900% off of Ableton Live. Actually, that's not a thing that you can do, but if all of a sudden, like, you guys all start watching my channel, and all of a sudden, like, Ableton's like, hey, you know, maybe they can send me some Ableton coin, you know, because like Ableton's got a cryptocurrency right now. Joke. There is no Ableton cryptocurrency, although there should. It's like if you rack up like usable hour limits, they will like send you Ableton coin. Who knows? That's a good idea. Ableton, contact me below in the DMs. I'm being silly. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. It's wonderful. If you're not getting that, check the lifetime over here. Check the voices right here. Random direction. If it wasn't random direction, they would just keep going down like that. Why are they playing in, what's it called? Because we've got the scale mode. And if you go to this button, you can click the range. Oh, no. So now you know. You should have known, because I just wanted to go back and tell you that. My God, how long are we got an 8 beats. What is 8 beats? 8 beats is 2 bars, and we are in 90 BPM. I'm not pushing any notes. I'm waiting for these guys to kind of, it's because I think we're on auto. That's why they keep falling. Do they keep falling? Do they? Because I haven't hit a note in like 2 minutes. Should I turn auto off and see if they keep going? Let's turn auto off. Will they die down? I think they are. Look at it. Are they? So yeah, man, you want to use the scale. In this Apreciacja. Ooh, look, I like. You know what I'm saying? You can have a lot of fun. Now, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do this? By the way, we're moving on now. Oh, there's more we could probably look at with bouncy notes. But we're not. Maybe we could put a velocity on here so we get different velocities and then start, jacking up velocity, which we got a little bit of velocity. So there's more we could do. There's definitely way more we could do. But we won't. Because we need to move on, because I'm going to start getting tired in a little bit, and we don't want that because we want to keep hanging out. Okay, that's what's going on. So let's talk abstract here, or maybe not abstract. Let's talk abstract and like boil it down to stract. No more abs, just stract. What am I talking about? So why would you want to do that? Well, very simply, and sorry for simple futuristic answers, but you would want to do that because it's fun. It's fun. Is that not fun? Like, do you have to like open up Ableton to create a banger? Do you have to open up Ableton to like allow yourself to like bounce on a stage and be like, oh, I'm so good looking. Look at me. Look at my sweet moves. Is that important? Hey, I'm not hating, man. Do you. That's the thing about me is like, I might have some opinions about things, but at the end of the day, I'm not about telling people what to do. But why would you want to use bouncy notes? To have fun. And to be honest with you, if you like more ambient and experimental music, you can get things that are quite ridiculously incredible. So let's keep going and flowing with this. Let's keep going and flowing. So, what's like really happening here? It's what we might call generative music. Now, before any of you sticklers try to say whatever you sticklers say, I think it should be noted that generative music basically means music that is random. Like a thing happens and more things happen and there's a random element and things will randomly happen, okay? And in my opinion, this is a wonderful look at generative music because I'm basically pushing one button and I'm getting all of these completely unpredictable things. Now, I could open up a audio track and I could go over here to resampling and I could record the audio of this completely random thing that will always be different every time I push play, every time I hold down a note. And, I could record it and then like do other processing and stuff to it, and it would give me content, it would give me material that I could have never, ever, ever created on my own without using something like that. So if you're more of an experimentalist, if you're more of you like music that's more experimental, if you like randomness, you will like that. If you like having fun and taking your mind off of the doldrums of everyday existence, well, then I think you may like that. So bouncy notes. And by the way, again, I know it sounds crazy. It's in MIDI effects now. And if it's not showing up in your MIDI effects and you have the full version of Ableton, which I'm assuming you do, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to follow along with any of the videos I've made, 90% or more, then go into Max for Live. And actually, you would have to go into, because it's a MIDI effect, you go into Max MIDI effect. But it is not there because they moved it from here over to the instruments and the, not instruments, MIDI effects. You know what I'm saying. You know what I am saying. Bouncy notes. And it's Max for Live because it's got the doot, 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 doot. Arpeggiator doesn't, chord doesn't, envelope MIDI, it does. We can talk more about Max for Live. I do have an SDHO that is about the Max for Live. Smash like if you even know much about Max for Live, if you've ever even used it. There are very, 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 very good Max for Live devices. but like some of them are not as useful as others, and I've at least been around it enough. By the way, my 10-year anniversary is here. Actually, maybe it's not my 10-year anniversary, because as of recording this, it is February 22nd, 222. Hey, smash a like if you like the 222. Angel numbers, the spirit, the universe, talking to you. You know what's going on. All right, let's go. In fact, let's not even play another note of this. I unrecorded it. And now let's go to a other one. Should we do MIDI track? Is it a MIDI track? I think it actually is. This one is very near and dear to me because before you guys started watching my channel, and hardly anyone does, so thank you for doing so. But before anyone really started watching, oh, wow, did you just see it was on Tritone? Will it start it already when we drop it? You don't have to do anything. See how this is called the transpose up here. Can you see it? If it runs, Tritone runs. In fact, if you try to play like notes and stuff, it's not really the best for that. So let's take a look. Basically, Tritone just plays. I've got an idea. I've got a really good idea. I like the way this sounds, but I want to do something. I want to do something different with it. So just watch what I'm going to do right now. I feel like if I talk, I'll do a bad job. Just watch what I do. You guys will know what's up. Wonderful, wonderful. Cool. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into here. I'll just delete this. Maybe we'll go back. Maybe we'll do another Tritone in the future. Who knows, whatever. But I wanted to, what I really liked is, I like the way this beginning part sounded. And I want to like stretch it because I feel like it'll sound really good. So here's what it sounds like normally. But look what happens. Repitch. Warp. Put the warp to repitch. Check this out. Do it again. The frozen tundra basement. We were told we were never supposed to walk down there. There were unseen things. They said even if you were to see these things, no one would ever believe you. I am not just talking about the anomalies of space and time. I'm talking about extraterrestrials. But if you think the extraterrestrials exist mostly in the third dimension, you know, physical bodies and such, you would be mistaken. Some of these do not have physical bodies, but yes, they are still very present in every sense of the word. Do you like that? Should I be a storyteller? I've got some stories going on I would love to share with you. So yeah, that's cool. Tritone. There really isn't. You basically just drop Tritone and it just does Tritone. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it off. In fact, I really don't care about this. Let's just delete it altogether. Let's drag Tritone again. Someone out there is saying, I wasn't satisfied with that. Go back to Tritone. I want you to explain it more to me. Look down here. See this? Let's click another one. Not as much going on. It's a smaller tree. Let's get a bigger tree. Do you think we might get some bigger, deeper voices? I don't know. This is a smaller tree. Let's get a bigger tree. Right? Let's take the tuning down. So you play with this tuning. This wind gives us some like droppy drops. Ooh, can you hear that? Some rain. Decay. I don't know. Turn up decay. Go to this guy. Smaller, so it'll have less at bass. Let's go to this. This is, I think it's just gonna be random. Sounds very at the beach. But I want this one because I want big, I want to cross the whole spectrum. Low cut. Cuts out lows. Let's go over here. Let's go to octave minor. I'm done. All right, let's go back to instruments. Vector FM, vector grain. Jeez, we can't do it. We got to do emit. Because if one of you didn't, because I would rather. So the other three that we could do would be, and again, we're in instruments because I think you can see this here. We're in emit. Oh, look at it, it's shooting. I was about to say shooting space lasers, and I was like, no, it's actually just shooting balls. Vector FM, vector grain, not my faves. So if I'm going to tap out after this one, I need to go to emit right here. Drop sample here, kind of like I was saying about that whole like future of sampling. Because what do you do with sampling? You have to find a piece of like audio that you sample. But this is different. This says like, instead of your regular sampling techniques that you would get in Sampler or Simpler, we're going to get these techniques. Now, normally I would like, so what sample do I want to use? You know, normally I would want to use one that I recorded. This is my own recorded sounds, but I'm going to go into Ableton's. I want to do more of like a one shot and see how we can get different unusual sounds from this one shot. I don't even know what I even said. I couldn't hear. Ouch. Ouch. Boy, these samples just suck. Fat turnip? Okay, this is really weird. Look at this. Look, see this? It's shooting it. But it's only shooting it to the right, so let's change it. Shoot it downwards. I want to know what it sounds like downwards. More grains. I want more balls. I need more balls. Guys, do you ever feel like you need some more balls when you're using emit? Do you ever feel like you need some more balls? Let's change the angle. What? Ooh, well, hello. Look at all those different balls. This is just a horrible sample of like, I don't know, like a second of crap. But what we can do is we can get all these interesting sounds. And the thing to really do on this is to drop in LFO, take down the depth, or don't, I don't even know. But hit map on the LFO and go to angle. Because now, look at it. And it's shooting them. We need more speed. In this program, get your mind out of there. All right, let's go. Where's the speed button? Because I know it's there. I'm not being crazy. Oh, speed. Look, it's right up here. More lifetime. We need more lifetime. Beats. See how they're bouncing now? By the way, we should probably check up the depth because we want it to go like all the way around. We want it to go all the way around. And like now we've got some ambient. You're not having fun. I'm down. I'm not doing any more with it. There's other things we can explore, but like, I want to show you that you don't have to really know this stuff. You don't have to know every parameter. You know, you can just like sit down, make like 2 tweaks and get great music. And it doesn't even have to be emit. It doesn't have to be tritone or bouncy notes. It could be anything. You don't have to you don't have to know that much, my friends. Just a little bit. This is great. So, okay. Insert audio track. Just watch. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm doing too much. There we go. That means it's much louder on the left channel than the right channel. I think the left is up and the right is down. It's in different channels. All right, we're done. So, let's bring it in. Actually, don't bring it in. Why? Because here's what I want to do. Let's turn this off. It looks so cool too. Like, I like the way it looks. All these balls flying everywhere. So let's go into here and let's put it on warp, repitch, and click the ×2. No, go back. Sounds good, doesn't it? Way different. We're just time stretching it, which is making it go lower in pitch. See what it sounds like when it loops over. Can we do that? Does this sound good? Ah, it's got that damn dumbass click. That's what happens when you work with that's what happens when you work with audio. You gotta deal with the click, and it loops over. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. By the way, thanks for hanging out with me. Can you imagine? By the way, I know the people, I know over 80% of the people that are watching this have watched this before. Can you imagine if like this was like a tutorial? I don't know about you guys, but the only thing I watch is YouTube, pretty much. If you're wanting to watch Ableton tutorial, imagine you want to watch Ableton tutorials. You don't want to watch this. You want to watch this if you know what it is. So I kind of felt like making this Ableton podcast, that's what I needed to do. I knew people probably wouldn't watch, but if they did, they would probably like it. So definitely smash likes if you can, because I've realized this is kind of therapeutic for me, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. Now, before we get going here, kiddos, Vector FM, Vector Grain. One of them is good, one of them kind of sucks. We can't finish without doing this. So I'm just going to suck it the hell up. Okay, Vector FM. How about Vector Grain? What's the good one? I don't know. Would I remember by eyesight? I have no idea. Let's see what Vector Grain looks like. One of them's good, one of them kind of sucks. Oh god, they look the same. To be honest, I might tap out here. Let's go Vector FM. What is this? This is an instrument. So what the hell does that mean? Does that mean I need to drop an operator? No, because if it was, then it would. No, it's not. Oh, well, that would have to mean. Let's see here. That would have to mean that I have to drop a sample. Because it's like a sampler, you know? Like you got to drop something in there. But it doesn't. When you look at it, like, what do you do with it, you know? So let's see. Let's drop that same fat turnip on here. How dare they? What is this? What is this? Instruments, Vector FM. Let's do vector grain. Drop, see it? Drop sample here. It's basically like a future sampler. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. But sometimes weird things are good things, right? Right. Of course. Let's drop it. Ooh, there we go. I was wondering where the hell that was. Jeez. By the way, we're using vector grain. Grain means like granular synthesis. Take a small little snippet and then like do those things with it. If we weren't doing that, we would be doing vector FM, which would be instead of like granular synthesis, grains, we would be doing FM. So suffice it to say, it's going to be very similar, except it'll be more FM based than granular based. I wanted to cover all the things and not get too long, too heavy in the tooth. We're at 50 minutes here, or not, depending on how much I cut and chop. We will see. So put a sample in here. Well, we already have one. So let's see what happens when I touch some notes. Oh, this is special. Oh, this is special. Are you seeing this right now? I'm gonna do chord, not just one button. Chord. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Probably that was because it was a very bad chord. Let's see what's going on. Nope. It sounds better if it's just one note. We need some release. Where's the release? See, it ends really quick. We need more release. Look how it's like choosing different areas up here. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. Shift it down, shift tab down, shift tab down. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That sounds really good. I'm not even going to say smash a like if that sounds good, because I know damn well that it does. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Wow. Here's a piece of audio. Some rain. Gonna loop it, of course. Warp, repitch, because that's what I like. Let's drag it. Drag it. Shift tab. Maybe a little bit of reverb. Go to audio effects. Just regular reverb. I just want like a little bit more of it, like a tail. Might not do anything though. Let's just see. Let's see. Yeah, don't. Just don't. Delay. Let's see if delay does anything. This is like a filter. No, not at all. We're done. No, not yet. I don't like the way this sounds. Audio effects. Auto filter. Let's take it in. We're cutting out the highs. You knew that, right? Right? Let's get an LFO. Depth very low. Rate very low. Map frequency. Just the tiniest bit of detail. Wonderful. Did you have fun? Did you like that? Why would you use any of those sounds? Just to have fun. Take your mind off of whatever is perhaps troubling you. Although what I found is when your mind is troubling you, the first thing you're looking to do is not start doing Ableton and doing art and stuff, you know, because you feel like you need to just relax. But if you make yourself just sit down, you will do things and you will come up with questions like, oh, why can't I do this? Oh, why can't... And like apparently whenever you ask questions, you do get answers. They might not be answered right away. They might be answered later on down the road in the future, because that's just how it works. Was it Einstein that said answers never come to mind when the mind is busy? It comes to mind when the mind is still. What does that say? You don't have to believe anything. Thank you, you've been great. Have a good night, y'all.